One Piece, chapter 1154. The chapter begins 63 years ago with the recap of the destruction that Big Mom caused on Elbaf. In the same year, Elbaf experienced many tragedies. Tragedies that the giants blamed on the birth of Prince Loki. These desperate times led to conflict amongst the giants. The land was consumed by chaos. Luckily, King Harold would arrive with aid from various nations across the globe, proving that his plan to unite the giants with the world was working. We cut to the death of Queen Estrid, who denounced Loki till her very last breath, which would result in Loki giving up on love at just a few months old. Now that Harold has returned, he makes plans to rebuild Elbaf to its former glory. We then get to see an interesting conversation between King Harold and Ja Rule. Ja Rule? Yaru? It is revealed that Harold was smuggled into the Reverie that year thanks to the help of a king that he knew. However, a murder occurred that prevented Harold from being exposed. We are also introduced to the Galila Warhammer Company, a group of over 100 giant shipwrights who sailed the seas wielding warhammers, who had been captured, presumably by the world government, revealing that there is bad blood between the world government and the giants, and this is putting a halt to Harold's ideals from becoming a reality. We then cut to 48 years before the present day, and we see Loki wreaking havoc on Elbaf. All the years of mistreatment have caused him to become arrogant and unruly. But we also see that nothing he did could fill the hole in his heart. This chapter ends with Loki in tears at the fact that he can't even die, but not before one of the biggest reveals in the series.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
We finally get to see Rox D. Zebek in all his glory. A really clean design. Not only was he responsible for killing a Marine admiral at the Reverie 8 years prior, but he is also confirmed to be the father of Blackbeard. What a meal this chapter really was. I mean, the Rox reveal definitely takes the cake. I know them Blackbeard fans were rejoicing when they saw that last page. But now that we look back at the whole situation, there were signs of their relation. Blackbeard's ship being called the Saber of Zevek, Blackbeard's goal of becoming king of the world, his powerhouse of a crew that he recruited. He resides in Hachinosu, aka Pirate Island, just like Zebek did. So there were a lot of similarities. Can we also just take a moment to apologize to Loki? I mean, this guy was denounced by his own mother from the day he was born. He received no love, and his mother wouldn't even embrace him. And Harold couldn't do much because he was traveling, trying to improve Elbaf's relations with the rest of the world. So Loki was used as a scapegoat for all of Elbaf's problems. In response, he basically said,
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Which is honestly valid for a child, because no one cared for him. We also now have a better understanding of why Hadruden really hates Loki's guts. He partially took the blame for Loki's curse just because he was his older brother. At the same time, his mother was discriminated against just because she was not of royal blood. At least he had friends like Gerd and Goldberg who were there for him when he needed. Also, this army of giant shipwrights sounds interesting, because what kind of enemy could capture over 100 giants, including ancient giants who were wielding warhammers? What happened between the world government and Elbaf to the point where Harold's ideals are being prevented from coming true? Who is the admiral that got off-screen by Rox? Hopefully we'll find out on the next chapter of One Piece.